Hello there, my Battlefield friends and fans. Welcome back to Battlefield 5. I am currently working on completing the chapter event here where you can unlock a new gun which is called the VGO, and that's a new support gun. And the only thing that's missing for me is the very last thing, which is I have to actually kill someone with a stationary gun, which I've done just before this event started, so now I have to do it again. I don't usually do that, so I have to make an effort to do this now. And I know there's some stationary guns on this map, so I'm hoping I can complete this. But basically all the other steps that you have to do in order to complete this chapter are very simple, and most likely you have already completed most of them by just literally playing the game. You have to, for example, resupply bandages and resupply ammo. Those are some of them which, if you are a good team player, you most likely just do them automatically and you don't even have to make an effort to do them. And if you look at the event here, you actually really have to do 5 of them, but you can do the upper and lower if you can't do the middle one. So you have like a choice on which ones to complete in order to get to the goal. So I'm about to see if I can use the stationary guns right here, because they're pretty much surrounded by the enemy, so I may have some luck right here. Not even sure if there are any enemies behind me here, but look at that. We have one, we have two. I only needed one, but I got two. And I'm about to die here, but it was totally worth it. So now when I look at the Hold the Fort event, it shows that the kill 1 enemies with stationary weapons is completed. And here I have a check mark that I now should have unlocked the VGO or VGO MMG weapon, but you cannot equip this weapon unless you go out and into your company and actually go here into the support, and then it should be showing as a new weapon. Here it is. So let's equip this thing. And I've already heard that you cannot look through the sight on this weapon. You can't really push with this weapon. It's more of a defensive weapon, but it's a really good weapon. So I'm eager now to go into a match and try it out and see for myself. And oh boy, this is not the right map for this weapon, that's for sure. But you know what? I'm already in. It's gonna take too long to get back out. I'm gonna just give it a try and see what I can do here. I'm not very hopeful that I can do a lot, but hopefully we can at least get a few kills to just try it out and see. It definitely feels a bit weird not being able to look through the sight at all. So I feel a little bit handicapped with this weapon. So we got some enemies here. Just gotta find one. Here we go. And I was able to brace my gun on the ledge of that fence. So that's really what you have to do, or lay down like this. And this thing is so smooth, it's got absolutely no recoil, so it's definitely a lot of fun to use. The only thing is you have to be able to brace it. If you don't brace it, it kind of like is all over and you can't really aim. You don't really know where you're aiming at. Like, this was just a lucky shot right here. This was my guy. It is probably possible to just get used to the spray when you don't brace it, but it's definitely better to just kind of go in defensive mode like this and just help out your team from a distance, because that's where this gun really shines. And it is definitely a lot of fun to use. I can't even believe that I got any kills at all, because this map is not really an infantry friendly map. But hey, if you don't try, you'll never know. And so far so good. I already got rank 1 with this weapon. So far so good. So let's see how this gun does on a distance, taking out some enemies that are much further away, like those up there. Alright, not so sure if this gun performs well on distance. Let's try this again. Alright, not so bad, not so bad, not so bad at all. For a gun like that, I cannot complain. I really like that. So now I know that I can actually defend my team from a much farther distance than I expected. And so now that we have kind of tested out this gun, I feel like I can maybe make a little bit of a difference here, helping out my team. I don't know. I still feel really handicapped with this weapon because I don't like the fact that you have to lay down. But hey, whatever helps. I definitely don't recommend using this weapon on this map particularly. But hey, maybe you feel rebellious and you just want to kind of prove yourself that you can do really well in this map, and maybe you can. But I personally love to push and kind of run and gun, so this is not really my cup of tea. But I'm really glad they made this gun the way it is, because if this would be a gun that you could use out of the hip, it would be completely overpowered and it would be totally overused and unfair. So I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope to see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.